There's so much to think about with open guard concepts that it can start to get confusing, and I could ramble on for easily a couple of hours. I just kind of did one going back and forth with some different concepts. I'm just gonna do some kind of simple ones just to bring everything into focus here a little bit. So instead of looking at the big picture, we're gonna look at some options from some different kind of guard games. So I'll start off with De La Riva today, and we'll just kind of look at De La Riva without going into how it mixes into reverse De La Riva and spider guard. We can keep working through those things. Let's just train some De La Riva concepts today. So,
knees are standing.
Let's just start on the knees for just a second. So basically, anytime we're playing the guard position and my opponent starts to take a step up, I can go after my De La Riva. So she could be on her knees with a step up, she could be standing. Either way, I can start digging out this De La Riva position here. Now, how I typically show this to beginners, and I've been doing De La Riva private lessons since Albuquerque. I like to start from just here, they take a step up. Okay, so I could be playing my spider guard, whatever. I'm not gonna get closed guard anymore because that knee's blocking me. So let's say I'm controlling the sleeves, I'm thinking about spider guard. This leg comes up right away. I'm just gonna get my foot, can you see my foot behind the knee? That's just shallow De La Riva. Deeper De La Riva would be way across the hip, but let's just start right here. So right here, I've got some opposite grips going on, which really helps me out. I'm controlling the left side of her body, and I'm controlling the right side of her body. And this foot here is stopping her from knee sliding over here. Perfect, just like that. And it's stopping her from going away too far, coming in. Okay. Now, I've got two other limbs, so I need to use them. My foot, I'm gonna put into the hip. I'm gonna try to get this arm on the outside of my knee rather than the inside. I'm gonna try to keep it on the outside. And with this hand over here, I'm gonna hug the ankle or grab the bottom of the pants. Vanessa's pants kind of ride high over here, so I'm just gonna grab the ankle, and I can just start from this position right here. A really good beginning De La Riva sweep is just sweeping that way because I'm controlling this arm. If I didn't have the arm, I couldn't sweep that way, she'd stop me. I'm just gonna be here like this, and look, I can take my foot, I can push that knee back just a little bit, and I can come up super easy. That's a great beginning De La Riva sweep. And I can do this even if I'm in my closed guard, and I've got the sleeves, I'm thinking about what's gonna happen. She takes a step up. Right away, I just grab that foot, and I can kind of wiggle my butt over, get my shallow De La Riva going on, a little bit of a push, and I sit up and lean to the side. And from here, I can come up nice and strong and past the guard. That's a great way to begin this kind of a game here. But pretty soon, people are gonna be standing up all the way, and that's where it gets interesting here. So, same thing, I can have the shallow grip or a deep grip on my De La Riva. Now, from here, I like to think of it, if we're just looking at De La Riva and not reverse De La Riva, I'm thinking about it like a tree where it's gonna branch into potentially 3 different general directions. And this is what I mean. This is how I control the upper body. So if we're in this position and I've got the ankle and I've got the sleeve, I'm going to my right. Pretty regularly, I'm gonna go to my right because I've killed her base. Now, if I let go of the sleeve and I have the opposite sleeve over here, I'm no longer going to the right because she has that hand to base. Instead, I'm gonna look to take the back. Now, if I have let go of the ankle and I've got the sleeve and a cross grip on the lapel, it's even a little bit different. And now I'm looking more for omoplatas and balloon type sweeps coming over here. So let's just take a look at each one of these just a little bit slower, okay? So first of all, let's look at probably my favorite is just the hard sweep this way. The hard sweep with the sleeve. So my favorite style, the one that's just kind of my go-to, is I want this arm right here, like this. That way, I can sweep that way. And I don't like her to have that arm free because she's going to start jamming this leg down and getting to headquarters position and starting to pass. So I really try to control hard. I put my elbow into my ribs to make myself super strong. If I'm out here, she can start to pull, so I want to be in here nice and tight. Okay, now I really like to go deep de la Riva from here if I can. If they're not doing the splits or something like that. We're in here, she's a little bit closer. I come up and I punch through as straight as I can, and I come back right here. I open up my leg and I kick in as I pull. And that gives me my sweep. Now, let's change the angle here. Sorry, a little bit more. Okay. I don't want her to scramble up to the top, so I keep this ankle up like that so she can't get to her feet. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up and I grab and I want to get really heavy here and I pass. So let's see that again. When you really get good at coming up on your shoulder and punching your hip through, you can get it from a lot of different positions. So just to show you my movement, let's make it difficult, and let's have Professor Vanessa, 1 foot here facing me. So it would be easy if one leg was forward, but how do I get my leg all the way around and super deep? Let's just look at this from right there. I've got my foot here. I'm going to grab the ankle like this. So when I come up, look how I can bring my body around, and I can go for my sweep. Even if that foot seems very far away from me, I can do it. That was one of the most important lessons that Professor Barra taught me, was coming up on that shoulder and driving with that foot. So if there's just one thing that you're going to come away with today, think about coming up, driving that foot, and coming over for your basic de la Riva sweep. Okay, now let's break down into some of the back-taking options. Maybe you just really like the back, you like to hunt birambolos and that kind of stuff, then you can definitely start playing around with this kind of a grip, with this cross sleeve grip. But I have to be really strong with this foot. I've got to be really conscious here because she does have the ability to start moving that foot around here. So let's just say like this. We're here, and she's doing the right thing. She's got this hand free, so she's trying to stuff that foot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to base, and I'm going to punch as deep as I possibly can over here. So I've got the ankle, and I'm punching deep, and I'm up really high right here like this. Now I'm going to swim through, and I'm going to grab here. I'm going to switch my grip. I'm going to elevate, and I'm going to come in, start hunting the back, throw my hooks. So let's see it from a slightly different angle here. Let's see if we can catch it. So she's standing up. I'm here like this, and I grab here because I want to take the back. I don't want to sweep her this time. I want to take the back. So I want to get deep de la Riva. I want to come up on my shoulder, and I want to drive my foot as deep across the midsection as possible. If she's already shoved my foot down, I get my foot on the ground, and I jump up like that, and look how I push her. I try to bring her back. If my foot's not on the ground, I can just do it from here like that. Okay, now the moment I get here, look how the back is exposed right there like that. I've got the arm nice and tight, and I'm locking out my leg straight like this. So she tries to turn into me, she tries to turn to the right. I've got her right here like this. Okay, so this is the old school way to hunt the back. I let go here, and right away I get the pants. Okay, now here, look how she's pretty locked in still. But this leg is out here doing nothing. I'm going to throw it in. I've got my hook right here like this. Now from here, I've got the sleeve. I've got the pant leg. Watch, she tries to move around. She tries to jump away. You feel how stuck I am? Now, as soon as I can, I'm just going to sled ride like that. Now, quick little detail. Come on over here and just kind of sit here like we just did the sled ride. So the sled ride is here, and I want to open up the legs a little bit. See how my feet are opening up the legs? Now right away, they're thinking hooks, so you want to come in for the neck. Whether you get it or not, you want to start angling in for the neck. That way the hands come up to defend the neck, and you've got the hooks. Now I already have my choke set up here, so I just angle change out, and there's my finish. So once again, hunting the back. So where's my hands? Here would be sweeping that way. Instead, I've got this grip. Yeah, and sometimes that happens. I'm here, she breaks the grip, but there we go. I get it right here like this. Okay, so I've got to go deep de la Riva, and I need to pull her left leg towards me. So I come up here like this. All right, look how it's getting closer. It's right there. I'm here. I'm going to reach through. I'm going to grab, throw my leg over the top, get my grip, sled ride, start looking for the choke. Okay, so now we can go even a little bit deeper into taking to that side because we've already got that sleeve grip, and we can look towards some berimbolo type options. All right, so let's check this out. What is the berimbolo? Berimbolo is basically going inverted to take the back. Let's check this out. I think of it, I don't think of the berimbolo as its own thing. I think of the berimbolo as a de la Riva option to this side. So we're here. So basically, this is when you're battling it out, and she starts to break this grip. If I can reach up and I can grab the belt, I'm in a wonderful position to start to take the back. So I'll be careful with this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up, I start to catch, and I bring my opponent to the ground. Let's change the angle here a little bit. Okay, so this is kind of the tricky part right here. I've got the belt, my leg is punched through. I want to practice going inverted. So I come up to here, and I'm going to reach under, and I'm going to grab the far pant leg, and then as I drop, I just extend, angle up, and then take the back. That's the old school style of berimbolo. That's the Samuel Braga style. So let's see it again. I'll try to angle it out where you guys can see it a little bit. Kind of tricky. Okay, so I've got the belt. So just keeping it to the basics, I want to get my partner on their butt, and I want to get onto my shoulders with my head tucked, and my shins, my right shin straight across the belt. So let's slow it down here. So right here, I want to come up, and then I'm going to reach through, and I'm going to grab the pant leg here like this. Now I've got some tension here. So when I come through, let's change our angle. So I've that some tension on the pant leg here. I've got my hook, and I just adjust up and then take it. I hope you guys can see that. Okay, now the little bit more advanced way of doing it is like this. Kind of the Hoffa Mendes style is we're coming in here, and he likes to do like a little bit of a tomanagi and a drop over here. So he's got the belt, and from here you want to be hanging off the belt here like this, because she's going to be trying to move. You want to hang off the belt, and I'm going to put you over here a little bit, okay? So when I come over here, I drop, and then right away I want to throw the leg, I shoot my body up, and I set my hook. Those take a little bit of time, and they take some precision. And you want to learn how to really spin through aggressively and get control if you want to get the back. If you just want the sweep, it's a little bit easier. You take them down and you get to the top. So for example, like a very easy sweep that I like from there is instead of the belt, and again, this is the cluster of moving your opponent this way. Instead of the belt, you can grab a collar grip here like this. Okay, now I do the same thing. I go deep and I get the butt on the ground. And now what I do is I get onto my shoulders, and as soon as I'm on my shoulders, I push myself through to mount position there. You've got mount position. That one's solid. It's streamlined. But you're not going to get the back. Here, you're going to get on top. So again. So I'm here. So instead of the sleeve, instead of the belt, now I've got the collar grip. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go deep, get her butt on the ground. I'm going to go inverted here, and then I'm going to push myself up to the top for mount position. That one's a really solid one. So we've got some options to that side. I can take the back. I can drop down to the berimbolo, and we can get deeper into that game. Let me actually show you one thing. I'll show you how I counter the berimbolo, and then kind of the counter to that. So for me, in the beginning, I don't mind so much if someone grabs my belt. Now, if Rafa Mendes gets my belt, Paulo Miao, I'm done. You know, don't get me wrong. But what I've figured out is that if I can keep my butt off the ground, I can start extracting my leg. So what I'll do is I'll fall to this side here, but I'll stay up really high like this, and I'll start to twist my knee out. And I actually used that against a very high level black belt who's famous for it. He got me in something else, but he did not berimbolo me. Okay, so I'm here, I get here like this, and I start to bring my knee out like that. So that's my counter to the berimbolo. And for the people on the team that know the berimbolo, it's worked just fine, this counter. Now the counter to the counter, because that's the way jiu-jitsu is this. So if I'm here and I'm dropping Professor down and she likes to base with her hands to keep those hips high, exactly. So let's come back. So what I'll do preemptively, you're good. What I'll do preemptively, I'm here. I know she wants to base on the hand, so I'm going to keep the hand. Just like the one from before. Okay, now I've got some choices. If I just kind of want to if I just want to get a sweep and get to the top, I just come here, I punch down here like this, and I just revert. And a lot of times I just come up, and then we're just going to be battling it out. It's kind of sloppy, but it gives you your 2 points, gets you on top. So I've got my cross grip here like this. I punch deep. Remember how important that is. And now I escort my opponent to the ground here, and then I'm just going inverted and getting to the top. So I just kind of spin through, I kick this leg back, and then I'm coming up, and it depends. A lot of times we end up in this kind of an over-under passing situation. If you really like to hunt the back, and you like that style, and people are jamming you with the leg, you add an extra step. So if I'm here, what I would do would be I would shoot up here like this, and I drop her down, and then can we angle change this way? Yeah. Perfect. So right about here, if I've got the sleeve and I'm like, I don't want to get to the top, I want to take the back, then I can let go and I can grab the belt. Because the hips are already down. And then I can come through, toss, come up, set that hook. Okay, perfect. So, strong option, sweeping to our right with this grip. Strong options going to the left. I can throw in my kind of crab ride, go for the back. I could drop down for a berimbolo. And so just so you guys know, why did they invent the berimbolo? They invented it because people were backstepping out of the guard. So when I'm here, a lot of the times what people are going to try to do is they're going to try to take a deep back step with this one. See, angle's changed. Now, if all that I have in my game, let's come back. If all that I have in my game is De La Riva sweeps to my right, and she breaks that grip and back steps, I'm out of luck. Now, I can come in quick with my butterfly hook, and a lot of the times that's what I like to do. But what people started figuring out was that if I'm playing this kind of a game and she starts to backstep and I can get the belt, I can start to break her down, and then I can start to come up, drive up, and hunt the back. The Miao brothers basically made a career with that maneuver. Okay, so we've got some options to the right. We've got some options to the left. Now let's focus on the down the center options. And then we'll wrap it up, save some for some more videos. So we're here. Yeah, let's go here like this. The first one was here. The second one was here. And now let's change the grips completely, and we'll be here. Yes, so I've got a cross grip set up, and I'm gripping right there. All right, that's fine. So we definitely have some different options. Sometimes if I can get the arm over here, it's even better. This is what I mean. With the options here, Generally, you're gonna kind of start to set everything up with the balloon sweep. What I'm doing from here is I'm trying to keep her butt higher than her head, or on the same level, so I wanna be strong here. If she starts to come up there, I'm gonna have to switch to something else. So I wanna be strong in here, keeping the head about by the butt. Now, if I can get this arm over here, that's great. I'm gonna come up here. Look how I have total control of my opponent. I can sweep her over to my left very easily from here. So this is called the balloon sweep. And what we're doing is we're loading your opponent up on the bottom of your foot and your hook, and you're bringing them up. You're gonna toss them over your head. And I'll be careful with this. I'm just gonna slow it way down. Now remember that this is kind of an explosive, fast move, but I'm gonna slow it down for you guys. So we've got this little bit of a kind of a push-pull game going on. Push, pull, push, pull. And then I come up, I'm gonna drive through to the top. That's your balloon sweep. Very solid sweep. Now what goes well with the balloon sweep? I like the omoplata option. So when I'm here and I'm moving around, people will get defensive from the sweep. If you want a submission, start off with a sweep because the limbs start to open up to keep balance. If you want a sweep, start with a submission. It's kind of a vice versa here. So this arm's in tight, she's not exposing it, so I start to kind of push, pull, and then as soon as I get a chance, I can start to move my leg over like this. So I'm just gonna come through, I'm gonna block, get my grip, and now I'm ready to go. I'm gonna drive through, come up, get my finish. And then of course we could break it into like a million different omoplata options, but let's keep it simple so we can kind of keep this in our heads. So I'm here like this. I've got everything ready to go. I've got my balloon sweep and I've got my omoplata. Come up, go for the attack. Right there, like that. Now not to get, I'll throw in a bonus here. I'll throw in a bonus because it works well with this. And then I'll stop, I promise. Save some for another class. In jiu-jitsu, you're looking for push-pull, action, reaction. That's a strength magnifier. I'm stronger than Vanessa, so if we both push, I'll probably be able to push her back. But if I could get her to pull me, then I could really push her back very hard. I'm stronger than she is. If she gets me to pull back and then she pushes me, she'll be using all of my energy with her energy. And I think that's just a concept that transcends all martial arts. You know, anytime you're looking for leverage and efficiency, you want those push-pull concepts. So if I'm here, okay, I'm here, and I have everything set up, and I'm thinking push, pull, my pull here. I can also push out, and I can come here for my sit-up, driving into my single leg. So that's very popular too. It all blends together. So I'm here. So I'm here like this. And remember the first one, I'm thinking sweeping this way. Here, I'm going to the back, Barra. Here, I've got everything locked in. It's balloon sweep, omoplata, or now I'm adding the sit-up guard. So I go here, she starts to move back. Instead of pulling, I'm gonna accept. Look, I push, and I come up here, and I'm hooking, and I'm just gonna push, and then I stand up. I'm gonna come up, and now we have all the options that you guys like off of the single leg here. Oh, just like that. Okay, guys, so pop quiz. I'm gonna come here. So she stands up, feet parallel. And I'm here. How do I get to my deep de la Riva? I wanna come up on my shoulder. Boom. All right. If I'm controlling this arm, am I sweeping to my right or my left? I'm gonna sweep to my right. If I'm controlling this arm, am I sweeping to my right or am I looking for the back? I'm gonna look for the back. Come in here, I'm gonna grab, set things up. Go for my Barra if I want. Lastly, If I'm here, what am I thinking? I'm thinking balloon sweep. I'm thinking omoplata. I'm thinking sit up for my sit-up guard, come up for my single leg. And then later on, we might even drop people down, kind of come for some sneaky chokes. But we need to save some for later on. So I hope that helps you guys to organize your daily heavy game. Thank you, everybody.